Hello and welcome to another video. Today is a new series called Minicasts, and it's like a small version of a podcast that you can find on the channel. It's like 4 minutes long, and today's is going to be the strange zoology of the Carboniferous. Make sure to like and subscribe to get knowledge because knowledge is good, and you can get more of these videos as well as my other videos. Alright, into the minicast. Can you imagine a world where instead of having 21% oxygen in the air, it had 35%? Can you imagine a world where you feel like you are shrunken down to the size of an ant? Well, that world did exist about 350 million years ago in a time called the Carboniferous Period. In this strange world, biology went wild with some of the largest invertebrates on the planet as well as plants. Stick around to see how the animals coped with this strange environment at the time. The first thing that you will notice if you traveled back in time are the bugs, specifically Meganeura. And this is all going on in Scotland, mainly. Since the oxygen levels were so high, Meganeura could be huge. In fact, Meganeura was the largest insect to take flight, about the size of a hawk. One thing that modern dragonflies and Meganeura do have in common is they both ate meat. The bigger dragonfly just ate much larger prey. One of the main predators of the Carboniferous was the giant scorpion Pulmonoscorpius. Eye in the corner and link in the description for my Pulmonoscorpius video that I made. Where was I? Unlike modern scorpions, Pulmonoscorpius didn't use its venom for much. Instead, the powerful pinchers grabbed on to a passing prey item like a Westlothinia. It used the stinger mainly for self-defense against something like an Eogyrinus, Proterogyrinus, the likes. The last invertebrate that we'll be focused on is the Arthropleura. Unlike the other invertebrates that were featured, Arthropleura was an herbivore. Despite what popular media says, Arthropleura was a peaceful plant eater, eating mainly low-lying shoots, low-lying ferns, whatever. The armor that it sported was used for defense, as the Arthropleura, as the main predator, Eogyrinus, would eat anything it wanted, as well as Proterogyrinus, but that was less of a threat to Arthropleura, but more of a threat to the smaller invertebrates like Meganeura and Pulmonoscorpius. Arthropods weren't the only creatures of supersize. Amphibians grew to huge sizes and quickly became the dominant predators. One of the most famous was Proterogyrinus, which was featured in Walking with Monsters. Diplocolis was one of the oddballs in that it spent its entire life submerged and is famous for its boomerang-shaped head. This head was likely used for sensory purposes, as Diplocolis probably needed to feel out prey like fish and needed to spot out predators like Proterogyrinus and Eogyrinus. These amphibians were nothing compared to the largest of all. Eogyrinus measured about 16 feet or about 4.5 meters and was the dominant predator of the Carboniferous. The Carboniferous was also an interesting time for animals that aren't so strange. It is, in fact, the first time creatures laid hard-shell eggs, aka turtles, crocs, lizards, reptiles in general. Lizards were the first to abandon the water entirely. About 310 million years ago, advanced Labyrinthedantids, or just basically croc salamanders, if you can imagine the largest salamander ever, which would be the Chinese salamander, double its length, make it have sharp teeth, and a powerful bite. That's what a Labyrinthedontid was. Where was I? Advanced Labyrinthodont. About 310 million years ago, advanced labyrinthodonts stepped out on land, grew scales, and completely abandoned the water. This makes lizards the oldest kind of reptile out there. This concludes the first minicast. If you enjoyed, like the video and comment on what the next topic of the next minicast should be. Anyways, this has been the first of the minicasts for the special holiday special, and I will see you in the next video.